This blue dot's going on the air. Looks like he's going everywhere. With his pet Jenny and his blue dot family. Travis is his tech guy. Put that blue dot in the sky. On his first Naruto run. Looked like this blue dot was having fun. He is not a mouse. Moved from the shop to the house with Marsha and his clan. This blue dot is the man. Travis is his tech guy. Put that blue dot in the sky. Looked like he was having fun. Looked like this blue dot is gonna run. He likes to say every day in his own special way. Are you shitting me? And he loves his blue dot family. We love John, he is the man. And we love this special clan. We are a blue dot family. And we like to be free.
How y'all doing? You gonna? I hope y'all are having a great day. All I see over here on my side is just the Blue Dot Family logo on my screen.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. We might be having some trouble. Give me a second here. Dad touched something. I'm going to blame him for that.
I touched nothing on nothing, I tell you. But yeah, that's all I'm seeing over here. It's like I kind of looked at y'all funny. Excuse me. It is indeed Sunday while we're trying to get the camera to work here. And be ready for another Blue Dot Family. Oh, there I am. Shit, we got it fixed. There we go. That makes me feel better. How y'all doing? I'm glad y'all showed up, baby. It is indeed Sunday. I want to thank Showtime Dwiz. First one jumped in. We appreciate it. Followed by Joy Peters. Colleen Collins is here. Ardessa's here. Susan Murgy is here. My buddy Greg Talbert out in California. He's on the hook here, baby. We appreciate it. Tim Kinnan and George Murray, Dahlia Barrera, Deborah Haynes, Gloria Truehill, who just had a birthday out there in Palmdale, California. Happy birthday. A little late there, baby. I sent you a message. But happy birthday. Dolores Grant, Charles Stokel, Manuel Valacana, I'm going to guess at that, Evelyn Moose, Stephanie Dean, and Jake Clayton are here. I see that. I appreciate Mitch Goldstein's with us. Gudrick Ravenwood and Miss Linda Cram is with us. So I appreciate everybody coming by. Let me get down. And Donna Bonacosi, I see you, baby. Maria Betancourt, Sabrina Barth. Ooh, everybody jumping in. James Blinn in there. Everybody's here. Patrick Peacock. Anyway, it is indeed Sunday. And we got a whole week to look forward to, baby. And there's no telling what we're going to run into. Look at just the weekend, which we'll get into here in a little while. But these are crazy times that we're in. Everybody in our family is heavily involved in this and is on top of the news all the time. And sometimes that can be stressful. And we have in our midst, as we have all seen, some very talented members of our family. We have writers, we have poets, we have Oddly Wired out there who sends us her poetry. T.W. Travis with his singing that you just heard at the beginning here, and others that have written in very eloquent ways. I've been impressed with the diversity and the richness of our family, and there's a lot of things that will stress us out, especially during this time. So it's good to try to find something outside of the politics of the day to try to ease your mind in any way, to try to redirect your heart in a way that eases the burden on your mind a little bit, and let your heart wander in ways that you know. Well, each one of us is an individual, so each one of us would be a little different in that manner. But let me tell you something. I'm trying to. I've never done this before, baby. Y'all know that we encourage the voices of anybody that wants to use them, and we readily point out those that do and are thankful for their voice every day. And so we try to promote and advertise them also. But we ran into a new situation, a new direction, you might say. For those of you that may have known, I'll lay up to how I met this young lady. I'm going to introduce somebody, a couple of young ladies with us, who have started an endeavor, and we're going to try to help them along any way we can. One of our family members, Chris Kloss, the notorious Chris Kloss. I still say the guy's suspicious. Chris Cross, Chris Gringo, Santa. I'm just saying. Chris has been a Blue Dot family member for a long time, and has helped his family in many ways. And in the process of not only speaking into the microphone I have, Chris and his family, his wife Patty, and their daughter Bear, introduced me not only with the help to hear on the show, to the world of honey. Until I met them, honey was honey. It was honey. You know, you can buy it in the store. You pour it on something there. You can get it in the little package at the fast food place. You tear it open down the little package. It's honey. It's honey. No, baby, it's not honey. It's not just honey, and that is what I learned from Bear Claus. That is Chris Claus, and I just love their name. Chris and Patty's daughter Bear, who ran a honey shop and was the first one to introduce me into honey. The first time anybody sent me honey that didn't taste like the honey that came out the little package or the store. As a matter of fact, one tasted like cotton candy. That was one of my favorites. And another one that is a very spicy. It's a sweet, but it's got a little burn to it, a little spice to it. Honey produced around a pepper farm, I guess. Anyway, honey of the world. There's just worlds of honey out there, different tastes, different textures, just a different world that I never even explored. And thanks to Bear, she opened my eyes to what honey was.
Well, she's now opening our eyes to something else.
Something else.
And that is, and this is what we're about to get into.
We
and before we go on, I just want to get this word out.
All right.
I listened to Bear's new podcast that she is hosting with her friend Kimberly, and it is called Two Tired Writers. And I gotta say, it is an absolutely fantastic and fun listen, and it's also one that which can help you exercise your mental and creative writing abilities.
How to write something, and what
Yeah.
we all bring a little something to our life that we've been through that would make that creative writing something different for everybody.
Right. And the thing is what is awesome is this. I consider them, just listening in this first episode, because again, you can judge a lot from a very first episode. I see that they're a dynamic duo, and this is going to be an excellent show.
I like that.
So without further ado, we actually have the hosts of Two Tired Writers, Bear and Kimberly. Are y'all with us right now?
They are. There's Kimberly and there's Bear.
We're here. Aloha.
Aloha. I love it. A keynote. Everything is it has a Hawaiian theme in the family. What I was
Yeah,
trying to get out of my mouth. Bear, how are you, dear?
I am doing very well. I'm very excited to be on here. Very, very honored.
Calm down. It's not that great, but we're gonna try our best. And Kimberly, how are you, dear?
Pretty good. It's first
Good.
time I'm doing something like this, so I'm just really excited to be here.
Oh, don't worry, dear. We're not going to release the dogs until we're about through 2 or 3 minutes in there, and then we'll just unleash the hounds. Will come rushing in, and then no, I'm just kidding. Uh, we are
I'll hold you to that.
okay. We are just lucky to have you. For one, I listened to the podcast also. I'm very impressed. Anytime somebody takes an endeavor like this on, you're using your voice. That is not an easy thing to do, as I have learned. And so, I'm very impressed with the opening podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
We're really like really happy to hear about that or hear
Good.
that.
Awesome. So,
Dude.
would you like to give our listeners
Yeah.
a little brief description of? I mean, we just kind of gave a rough description. Y'all know it better than anybody. So why don't you?
okay,
Yeah, let
a
us.
little hit as to so they can understand what we're talking about.
Yes.
Alrighty, so Kimberly and we have collaborated and created a podcast. It is called the Two Tired Writers Podcast. And basically, the whole premise of it is just to, listen to the podcast, come on, and then we have writing prompts that we'll take from listeners, and we'll quickly just write a short story out of it. We'll write flash fiction,
Oh,
which that's
outstanding.
usually about like 1,500 words at the maximum. And so Kimberly and I kind of challenge ourselves and listeners for like 20 minutes just to quickly write as much as they can and just write a story.
Outstanding.
Cool.
I love the
And y'all have a
audience
right-
participation.
Yes, absolutely. Anything with I mean, that's what we try to promote here. I believe it more than anything is when you get other people involved, it's just that much more fun. So y'all both have writing backgrounds, correct? Like, if I remember reading correctly, Kimberly, haven't you published a few books?
I've published 2 books in my Weather Warriors series.
Awesome.
Outstanding.
Yes.
Awesome.
The only place I'm
Yeah, she's
published
really
is on
cool.
my Facebook page.
Boy,
it.
boy, what that
What a
one deserves.
contrast, wasn't it?
What a joke that one is. Don't.
I'm impressed. We don't have very many authors. On.
We got a few
So,
we
we do
I don't
have
know if
some
they're
writers.
authors though, but yeah, that's very true.
We do
Yeah.
have some very creative people in this family. That's why your podcast even piqued my interest. I try to write. I tell people I write a whole lot better than I sound. I can put more thought into to articulate what I want to get across in a better way than I do. I trust my mouth. My mouth doesn't always work as well.
Yeah. I mean, I've always said I'm a writer, not a speaker, because my words I say out loud is just messy sometimes.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Fully agree with that. Yeah.
well, doing live has taught me a whole lot. Live is whatever comes out of your mouth. You better think fast, or take the time to think more precisely.
Yeah.
So how did
Yeah.
you two meet?
Met at a college visit in Massachusetts. I live in Virginia, so we live like a lot of states away.
Right?
Yeah.
But it didn't stop us from doing the podcast and just being friends. We met at a college visit for Emerson College, and we kind of just bonded during it. And we were like, we don't want to lose touch.
Outstanding.
Give me your Instagram. We can text and chat.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Anytime, Travis, I always brag that Travis is still friends with the kids he was riding skateboards at, when he was 10, and they are still a close group. So, when you find somebody that you click with, that you bond with, that you're on that same tune with each other, that's a rare thing, and you should try to latch out. And I'm glad y'all did.
Yeah. Honestly, Kimberly and I joke often that we're basically the same person because we have just so much in common. And I truly believe that that is why we work so well together, because I tend to confuse her a lot, but we still manage to work things out, and it's always just a lot of fun doing what we do together.
Anytime you have somebody to collaborate with, to bounce something off, to go back and forth with, to make something a little bit better, you're benefiting. Anytime there's more than one, everybody, there are great minds. I'm not one of them that have that ability to walk that path by themselves. But even they, I'm sure, have people to bounce something off of, banter back and forth to make it better.
And y'all incorporate that so well in your show, because after y'all got done talking about your prompt stories, I don't want to give spoilers, because here's the thing: I want people to go in and listen to this podcast. In fact, I saw David in the chat earlier when we just mentioned Two Tired Writers. We haven't even wrote or posted links yet. He's already found your podcast and he's going to go listen to it. So, David, thank you very much,
thank you,
man.
David. We greatly appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
But yeah, y'all have a great dynamic. Y'all were like, after y'all's prompts, y'all started talking about how y'all would add to it, or your takes on those same ideas. And again, I mentioned to y'all earlier, like, I would love to one day actually be a decent dungeon master, D&D dungeon master. But the thing is, you need to be a good storyteller. You need to think of really good ideas as the story progresses, in case your players go off in a random direction.
What better place to learn than something like this?
Well, from actual people who write and tell stories for a living. So but also it's just y'all do it as friends, and that's the dynamic I love. And it's like you're just sitting in and listening in on a really cool conversation and learning a little bit while you're at it. So y'all got that going on really well. And on a first episode too, like, I feel like y'all are light years ahead of, your game already. So.
Yeah, we're only 18 and 19.
Yeah. We're still pretty young.
And this motivated. I love it because so many people, say, John, I'd like to do that. And I tell them all the time, well, just sit somewhere by yourself, turn on the camera, and talk as though you were talking to that imaginary friend that we all talk to in the shower or whatever. We've all done it. You say, oh, what are you looking at? That kind of thing. It just stimulates. Where was I? Hey, squirrel. Just the at a young age, taking that step and actually going through and making the podcast, which is not an easy task to do, is something.
I think one of the reasons why it was just so easy and so natural is because we call all the time. We just video chat each other all the time, and we talk about our writing. We communicate like writer buddies. We tell each other about plots and work through things, even if she has no idea what I'm saying.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It's just easy and nice to talk to something about this. And I feel like that's why it works so well, because we've already done it a million times.
There you go. If you're doing something that comes naturally. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Granted, we did thankfully go through some trial runs before we really started to delve into like the first episode. So like
that's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, not like me. I'm mad. Turn on the camera and yell. That did,
and then he goes, "Hey, Travis, we're gonna do this. Okay, when? 2 hours from now."
I am the first one to admit it. If it had not been for the technical advantages that my son has provided, both my sons, this would not be anywhere. I'd still be out in my shop yelling at the wasps that fly by. You can't do this alone. It is something that it takes friends to help you, and that's the best way. I guess if you had lots of money, you could go hire somebody, but they're not going to be as good as conversationalist as somebody who is your friend, and that's what I think you and Kimberly have going on here. So it makes it pleasant, easy to listen to.
Yes,
I just love the idea of being able to add to a story as it progresses, as the show is progressing. There's a new twist or a new theme or something put in there, and then you start. I love that idea.
Yeah.
To be able to turn on a dime like that and start being creative in that whatever direction that takes you.
Yes.
Don't we have a graphic?
The life of a writer.
We got.
There you go.
Yeah. Go ahead.
that's just kind of like the right life of a writer. Your story will change so much just from the first idea, from the first prompt you have.
Yeah.
It will change and it will evolve and it will become this amazing thing that you can barely even recognize. I mean, my first book started as a short story and now it's a 4-book series, so
Outstanding.
it changes.
Yes, it progresses, and one idea just stimulates another idea to let the mind wander. Uh, like I say, I like to fancy myself a writer, but only I write about serious stuff. I'd like to write a book one day. Who wouldn't? We all want that great novel inside of us, we think.
I always have the hard time of like thinking of something I want to see, like visually with visual effects or whatever. But the hardest thing is like writing a concept around what I'm seeing. Why is these things that I'm picturing existing? What is the cause of whether it be conflict or peace or whatever? So I've always wanted to be a storyteller or a writer, but I could just never, write. For me, writing is very difficult. Along with speaking. Speaking is also very difficult.
Is it the S's or the?
It's everything.
It's the W's.
Had like struggling with English when I was younger, so English class was just like a no, don't do it. But I mean, I understand what you're coming from with like not being just picturing stuff and not being able to write it down. I actually am the opposite. I cannot picture anything in my mind.
Really?
And it's hard sometimes because you're like, how is this scene gonna go? Because you don't know what it looks like. And I mean, it's a struggle you have to overcome. At least for me, I had to overcome. But I mean, it was worth it because then you read it and you're like, I can kind of sort of picture it in my mind.
Right.
Exactly. You can when you start writing things down, your thoughts and ideas, it captures more than you think. I think because when you go back to look at what you just write, you can get into whatever you're writing, and I don't know, write a page, 2 pages, and then run into that. Well, where do you go next? You can just sit there and read your own words, and it will guide you. It will let you know where that next sentence is coming from or what direction you want to go in. That's the way it works for me. I have to stop and then go back and read everything I wrote, and then go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So y'all's podcast is a way to help listeners who might have a creative thought. To take that step to start writing and to improve upon your writing,
and also
and all
just
that
to entertain.
stuff. Entertainment,
because that's the thing. Like with all this stuff going on, y'all pushed out to do something
it is
creative,
something outside of what we normally do here.
Yeah, y'all pushed forward, and y'all are doing something that's productive and positive, or there's positivity behind what you're doing.
Wait a minute.
What?
We have inside information breaking here, right here. It's about one of our guests.
Oh, I see him.
Says right here. Bear says here that you hated reading when you were young.
My dad.
I'm not saying. I have my sources here. You think we're just running out? Yeah, I got sources. It's in the chat right there.
Inside sources. I love that.
Inside sources.
Yeah. I did actually. I hated reading. I got into reading when I was pretty late in my adolescence, maybe like 9 or 10 years old. But I eventually I found a series that like really spoke to me. But I don't want to go too off topic, but
no, go ahead.
Because going back to what Travis you said, being able to picture, like you can see what's going on in your mind pretty easily, but you just don't know how to put that into words. Admittedly, I've always kind of been a storyteller, maybe not necessarily a writer. When I was very, very young, I would like steal my mom's notebooks, and I would go to the very middle of those notebooks and I would just draw in them. And then I would say, "Hey mom, I took your notebook. Here's what I drew, and here's the story behind it." And then she would write down what those stories were. So I don't know if you're interested in drawing or maybe going down that route, but like maybe go into creating comics or animation or something like that, because I think you said you're into video as well, so maybe
Travis's
trying to
girlfriend Rose is a fantastic artist.
My Rose, she actually is working on a comic as we speak, staying pretty active on it. Yep. And yeah, like the thing is I've always been
artist.
Yeah, she's a fantastic artist. I love her work. Even that's not even me being biased.
You can
I
see some of her
believe.
work on our T-shirts in the shops.
Yes. The thing, like, I've been heavily into 3D animation and 2D animation for a long time, mainly because, like, growing up, I was a really shy kid, and I wanted to make movies, but I didn't have anybody to make movies with, so I did stuff with computers or stop motion or whatever, and I just kind of, like what you were saying, like, I would tend to just make things and try to make it work, because anytime I try to sit down and write things beforehand, it's just... man, it's coming up with writing the idea. It's like writing music for me too. It's like I can compose off the just kind of playing on a piano and figuring it out. Writing it down without necessarily hearing it or having that instant feedback is just so hard for me.
Right.
So that's why it's like, yeah, again, and I'm not saying this just because we're pitching your show. I actually have an extreme interest in following along with y'all's prompts.
I think you've got
on every
two
episode
with Travis and Rose right there.
Yeah,
I know Rose is going to be interested.
But anyway, so before we get into where people can listen to y'all's podcast, I would ask, like, both of you, what would you recommend for new upcoming writers or artists in general, trying to think outside the box in...
How do you get started?
Yeah, no, that's also a good question. How do you get...
Because one of our Blue Dots just recently messaged me. He wanted to do a video, and John, I just get tongue-tied. I get mad. Where do I just can't get... I told him, just try to relax right before you do it, and just forget the camera's on and talk to yourself like you should. I told him, I sing every video you've seen of me right before that camera came on, and sometimes even after. I sing because it calms my heart just a little bit, clears my mind, and then I start. And that's what I told him. And I don't know if it helped him or not, but I understand he got his first video done, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. But yeah, it's getting that first start. How do I start? And I think that's what some of our listeners might be able to get a little bit of that information on how to from y'all.
I mean, there are various different ways to start. Me personally, what I would recommend is like telling a loved one, a friend that you really trust, and say, "Hey, this is something that I want to try. This is something I want to do. So I'm just going to need some help to really just kind of push myself to just do it, because sometimes you just need to take that leap of faith and just pull up your Word doc
in my head, and I want to get it out.
So when it actually comes to writing the story, actually in the podcast, like, we go through a couple of questions like to ask yourself right before you get started writing. Right. But if you have a vague idea of what the story is, just quickly write down what's the beginning, what's the middle, what's the climax, and then what's the end. Just write a few words, one sentence or two, and then those can be your guideline. Like, just make a very quick outline, and then
A to B
just
to C
connect the dots.
D. Yeah, there you go. I used to write that bubble method, where you write down your main topic and you spread a bubble around it, and then you put a little line off, make another little bubble of another thought you had. And then you just keep making little bubbles until you got a whole page of bubbles, and you're wondering what the hell was you doing.
Right.
But I used to use that method. I used to have to speak and then try to,
Right. And what about you, Kimberly? Do you got any advice for upcoming writers?
When I first started, I didn't tell anyone. I just dove right in because I didn't want anyone outside influence just to pressure me. I just kept writing no matter what. I mean, for newbies, I would just say, why you have to ask yourself, why do you want to write? Why is this story so important that you have to tell it?
There you go.
That's a good point. That's a very
I
good
love
point.
that.
Because if
actually.
it's not important to you, you are not going to put the effort in, and you are not going to write it.
Amen to that.
That's
It's the
very
same
excellent.
thing. It is very excellent. It's the same theory I put into this. If anybody wants to do something, speak from your heart. Speak about what you're passionate about. And in our realm, we use a lot of different uh, uh, areas to delve in that. Yeah, if you're speaking from your heart, there's the first chance that you're not going to lose at that shit, baby. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Uh,
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Uh,
Okay, so would y'all like to tell the lovely people out there where could they listen to your podcast?
As of right now, I know for certain that it's going to be up on Spotify. You should be able to just go over and just type in Two Tide Writers and find us. You can actually find, like, if you just go to our website, which I believe is in the little link that I think Travis made up.
Yep.
You can actually just go to our website and listen to it there. But you can also find us on YouTube, on Anchor, Google Podcast. You will be able to find us on Apple Podcast. I just have to send them a quick email saying, "Hey, we're up there. Where are we?" And then
I've heard
about
Apple's
in a
hard
day
to
or
get a
two's
hold of.
time, like you'll be able to find us on Apple Podcast and
outstanding.
various other, like Castbox too.
I know several
Cool.
people that are do their podcast on a weekly basis, and y'all are going to be how often?
Weekly. So
weekly.
every other week on Tuesdays.
Well, every
Yeah.
other week on Tuesdays.
Awesome.
So, do
And
you have a graphic? there,
Yeah,
Keith?
so to everybody out there, if you go to a bluedotintexas.com, you will be greeted by this page. And if you've entered any of our giveaways before, you'll know that we have the big button that it takes you to whatever we're talking about that given moment. It says here, Two Tired Writers, and if you click that, it'll be
It
taking you
takes
to the
you
next
straight
page,
to-
and it'll take you straight to where you can listen to their podcast on Anchor, Spotify, YouTube. It also has a button for their website, their Twitter, and their Pinterest. Please head on over. Doesn't cost a goddamn dime. Just come on over and listen to this podcast because it's good.
It says Two Tired Writers podcast is an inspirational and motivational show geared towards fiction writers, authors, and creatives to help you unleash your inner storyteller. And what
Yeah,
there's a
that's something that,
That's
again,
something
that
right
gets
there.
my interest right there. So, seriously.
because we have a lot of writers. We have a lot of people who would like to express themselves maybe a little bit
Yeah.
more in a creative way to get away from the nasty politics that we see every day. It would be a great release for anybody to just let your mind wander with a story that's been in your head.
Absolutely.
And I think
Absolutely.
Bear and Kimberly probably help you get motivated in that direction.
Yes.
So we want to thank both of you for coming in, and we hope you every success in this podcast. I know Travis and Rose are going to be watching. I know David has already signed up. I'm sure there'll be other members of the family who are so inclined to go by and take a listen and maybe get motivated to.
Yeah. Yeah, and again,
write
just
that
visit
story.
bluedotintexas.com. At the homepage, hit that button. You'll find all the information you need. I'm reading the chat here, and there's a lot of people who are interested. So I hope some blue dots are heading y'all's way, and I really appreciate it. We appreciate y'all coming out here today and
Yes.
showing us this and getting us aware of what you're doing, and also thank you for doing something very positive in this really crazy world we're living in right now, because we need more of that.
Yeah.
And
Need a little direction somewhere else
yeah.
to get yourself off the mind. Get the y'all know what that is. I'll be like Joe Biden. Gaff. He's a gaff. Yeah, well, okay. It's that thing. Anyway, Kimberly and Bear, I so appreciate y'all coming by and sharing this with us. I hope everything goes well. Bear, say hello to your mom and dad, Chris and Patty.
You're amazing. Thank you for being so supportive. You guys just love you guys so much.
It is our pleasure, baby. It's not that big a thing, but I'm glad you think it is. But again, just thank you so much for coming by and sharing this, and I'm sure Travis, you'll be hearing from Travis soon.
Yeah,
anyway.
and y'all feel free to reach out to us if y'all need any help with anything. If we
Yeah.
can be of any help anyway, we would gladly do so. And of
That's
course, off the air, I'll also be spreading your podcast throughout my friend circle because, again, we're all creative
Yeah,
types.
they're all creative types.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everything from robots to, oh man, they do everything. I swear.
Yeah.
It's his little.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they is everything from. Well, I can't say where they work.
All right.
Yeah, no, you can't. You
No, I
literally
can't
can't
say-
say where they
Can't
work.
say where they work because it has to do with proprietary information and shit. But
They're-
anyway, they are a bunch of geeks and they'll love it.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, Bear, Kimberly, thank you so much for coming by, and y'all say goodbye, and we'll let you go.
Thank you guys so much for having us on here. It was really just such a treat and just amazing opportunity for the both of us. We're just so grateful that you have invited us on here.
Not a
So
problem.
thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. You're quite welcome. And I'm sure this won't be the
Yeah,
last.
this won't be the last time we hear from
hear
y'all.
from
We're gonna watch y'all
Oh, no.
grow, and we're gonna have fun writing alongside y'all.
Donna Bonacosi says, "Nice job, ladies. I
Yeah.
will be watching." So there you
Yeah,
go.
we're getting a lot of comments saying they're gonna be
Thank
listening.
you.
In, so,
A lot of people in the
oh,
comments.
that
saying
makes
thank
me
Can't
feel good. Y'all are awesome.
All righty.
Alrighty,
Well,
y'all.
now we're gonna get on with our normal.
Yeah, y'all are gonna get out of here
Yeah.
before all hell breaks loose.
Yeah,
so
before we start.
y'all just
before we
stay
start-
safe out there, by the way, too. Everybody needs to
Really,
be careful out
Take
there.
care of
so-
Yeah.
yourself. Take care of the family and
Yeah.
all that stuff. We send our love up there. So y'all take care, and we'll see you later.
Cool.
See you later.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
They're awesome.
AR, that was great. Why am I not there?
No,
I
you're
am.
there now.
I'm there now.
Okay, before I get the call set up for the rest of the show, why don't you go through
What?
all these updates that we got to go through?
Oh,
from
we got to
the-
go through updates over here.
Yes.
Holy shit, we got to catch up. Well, I can't see it now. You done covered it up.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Yeah, see there?
Yeah,
Just get
there
the
you go.
technical stuff under. Ben Stroud donated $10 through Super Chat and said, "Hi, John and Travis. Tagged you in a post on Discord in main discussion about getting 2 for Blue. Oh, for Kansas. Started and going. Hope to see it sometime this week or next week in the live show. Yes, shows. And, oh, by the way, fuck Trump. So saith Ben Stroud. Yes, Kansas did get their primary done. Now they know who's running. And sure, Ben, we will indeed look 2 for Blue for that." And Mitch Goldstein donated $5 through Super Chat and said, "Vote blue to clean our house." Amen, brother, to that. And Diana Mallory, a bequeather of the gong, donated $5 through Super Chat and said, "Vote blue to restore humanity." Seems to be a theme, baby. And John Diddybag donated $10 to Super Chat and said, 9 positive COVID results in the Georgia high school where there was no social distancing and few masks, and these were the ones we were told about. Yes, that's the one, the video, the picture that went all over the place. Did indeed. A bunch of people test positive out there, teachers and students. Terrible thing. It shows what we're facing. And Ben Treese donated $1 through Super Chat. Ben, thank you very much, buddy. Whew. Okay. Thank y'all so much for that.
You want me to open up the call?
Yeah, we could.
Okay,
Yeah, because I guess
second.
we're running up. I had a whole thing here I was going to go, but I was sewing.
Well, you can
I
just
was
use
so
that as a.
involved. I
yeah.
am. Indeed.
You can just use that as like a reference
I
sheet for
am indeed.
conversations.
I will indeed. So we want to go ahead and welcome Mitch Goldstein. How are you doing, my friend?
Hello, JB. I'm here with Julie and my son Eric today.
Ah.
How are you guys?
Yeah, doing fine. I'm glad to see both Julie and Eric there with you. We always appreciate their voice. Hi, Julie. There she is, baby. How you? Now we can get rid of him. Okay, just shove him out the door and come on in here, baby. Anyway, Mitch, we're glad you're here.
Don't make me drive to Texas.
I
John.
won't, brother. I'll be nice.
I don't know. That'd be
What
a
did
fun.
Jerry
that'd be a
Falwell
fun
Jr.
time.
say? I'll be a good boy
John,
from now
what
on.
would Melania say about you
I
bullying me
know
like
it. I know it.
Really?
She'd say, "Be
that's
best."
true.
That's what she'd say.
All right, well, you be best now.
I am. Mitch, thank you for being here. And my buddy from Friday on the Front Porch from the Bob Kincaid Show, Sparky Dunk. How you doing, Spark? Uh-oh. Spark's got his microphone off. He's wandering around the man cave now, listening, and probably gonna have to run back over there. There he is.
No, I'm not. I'm not in the man cave.
You're not in the man cave? Where the hell are you?
Too hot. I'm in the house.
Ah, shit. Eh.
I'm in my office.
You're in your office. Boy, howdy. I don't know.
We're at 76 degrees, and outside it's 102.
Good move, my friend. I'm well aware of the same situation down here. That's why I did my rant in the office here on Friday instead of down in the shop. By the time I got ready, it was too hot.
I just sat down to fold clothes. I did my laundry today and watched the race.
Ah, where was the race? I missed it. Damn.
Michigan.
Michigan. How'd it go? Who won? Who cares?
Kevin Harvick.
Kevin Harvick won.
Won both days. They had a double hitter
weekend.
Shit.
Boy, howdy shit. I like to watch it. I really get a chance to now. The one I always don't want to miss, I already missed, and that was Bristol. Because you usually run Bristol on a Saturday night, and you wake up Sunday and you ask that stupid girl over there, Alexa, and what it was yesterday. Huh?
Like to watch the Indianapolis 500?
Yeah, you're only going to see it on. No, you're not going to. Yes, you will see it. No, nobody in the stands. Oh yeah, the Indy 500.
It happens on the 23rd, I think it is.
Yeah, nobody in the stands. So, gonna see how that flies. Oh, it'll be good. It's a race.
They had a road race yesterday morning in Wisconsin, and there was people there watching.
Oh yeah. Well, there's going to be people. We're not going to be able to control everybody. We'll just try. You can't see it in Sturgis. You can't do it anywhere else. Anyway.
Oh, Sturgis.
Yeah.
And then our friendly religious spreader was in Portland last night.
Who?
I don't know if you've heard about him.
Which?
Sean Foyt.
No. What is he? Who is he? He's what, a preacher or something?
Oh, he's a young preacher, songwriter thing. Yeah. He had an event out here in California a while back, a couple of weeks ago now, at the Sundial Bridge in Reading with several hundred people packed in, singing and smollicking and lollygagging and doing all that stuff.
Yeah, I've heard of that lollygagging stuff.
Smollicking and larking, like Bob said.
There ought to be a law against that shit. Anyway, Chris, how you doing, my friend?
Chris might have heard about it since it was in Portland by the river.
Chris?
No, I didn't. But we do have a big Jesus camp up here, so I guess it was probably associated with that. But no, luckily I've been too busy looking for houses around here, so I haven't been paying too much attention to all that.
Well, Chris, everything going well in your life, buddy?
Yeah,
we got to visit with each other.
I really like.
We got to visit the other day on the back porch there, on the front porch. We
certainly did.
With Bob Kincaid.
It was a good show. It was a really, really good show and a good back porch too.
It was.
Yeah, Velda showed up.
That's indeed what I was going to say.
That was
one
fantastic.
Of our Blue Dot family members, Velda Lee. I was on the back porch, and all of a sudden I hear this voice, and I know this voice. I've heard this voice lots of times. And all of a sudden she was there, and I was so tickled to death that she found her way in there. She will be a good addition to the Horn family, I guarantee you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, just another nice day here today, and just got Inga out for a nice hour-and-a-half walk, and I'll be looking at a couple of more houses this evening.
Outstanding. Well, I hope you find what you're looking for. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, it's not an easy job when you go to looking for real estate, buddy. That's not little pennies you're talking about. That's spending big dollars.
No.
Yeah, we're never moving again.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm dying here. I ain't moving this shit again.
My next trip out there on a journey.
There you go.
This house.
They'll have to pry me out of this house.
That's it. I ain't going away packing shit.
Just like Charlton Heston, right, Sparky?
Yeah, for my cold dead hand. And our friend David. How are you doing, David?
I am muted. I'm enjoying a balmy 99 degrees here and listening and getting inspired.
Well, I'm glad you're getting inspired, but how about turning on the AC?
Yeah, it's on.
Good.
I look outside and just decide I'm not going out there today.
No, there's a limit to that shit. I so enjoy Mother Nature. I love paddling my kayak down the river, but when the temperature gets up over 100, I'm gonna
Yeah,
stay.
we're done at that point.
Yep, done with that.
I melt in the summer. I mean, they say it's a dry heat, but I don't know if that.
Yeah, they always say, "Oh, that's a dry heat." Well, that's
easy for you to say.
Heat is heat, baby. It doesn't matter if it's got a little humidity if you're steaming the dish or if you're just flat frying it. That's the only difference. So yeah, temperatures mean a lot.
But I'm in here. It's been a heck of a week.
John, I got to get on your case. You haven't done a river kayak
I have
thing
not.
in a couple of years.
I have not, and believe me, I need to. That involves taking camera. We did that with the GoPro. I could just do that. I need to do that again. Yes, Spark, I do. For more than just a video, I need to do it for me. That used to be my. Because as I used to say, I'd paddle upriver as far as I could, just until I get tired. There's nobody up there. It's just nothing but woods and all that. So I would just get tired and then just stop and then let the current carry me back to my house. And that time, it's amazing. I love it because when you're that quiet, whatever is around the corner is still going to be there when you come around the corner. It's not going to be run away already. And so you get to see a lot of deer, turkey, hogs.
Isn't it
birds.
sad when life gets in the way of doing something so simple?
A river cleanup guy too.
Yeah. Well, here recently they had boats up and down there, but they weren't looking for cleanup. They were looking for, unfortunately, people. Oh,
jeez.
Yeah. Anyway, we're still watching that story as it goes along. Let me catch up right here. Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gong, donated another $5 and said, that Melania said I really don't.
It's supposed to say thought, she wrote in the chat.
I thought Melania said I really don't care. Do you? Yeah, we do. And boy, howdy shit, are we going to show that this November that we care. Thank you, Diana. I appreciate that tremendously. Well, so what do y'all think about the news this weekend? Let's go, because I had a thing here, my rant before I start, but I wanted to take that time to visit with Bear and Kimberly, and I'm glad I did. But
I don't think he can do what he thinks he's going to do with those executive orders.
No. You want to get on the executive orders? I had a list here of shit I wanted to executive orders. Well, let's look down here and see what he did. He signed a let me see. Where's the? Oh yeah, he wants to give, and he signed a thing going to give you $400 extra a week in your paycheck, in your unemployment. But he's not. He said he was. That's what he said.
Next.
Yeah, next. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Well, now, Mitch, he's not talking about pulling money out of the Congress or out of anything. They're talking about redistribution of funds. Like he took the money from the military to go down and build his. That's exactly what he's talking about. Robbing the budget of somebody else to try to go cover up for the bullshit that he just laid on the carpet. So yes.
Well, I think he's talking about robbing FEMA.
I would not. I did not. I've not seen where he plans to get. That's what he's doing, though. They're talking about redistributing.
Right in the middle of hurricane season.
Yeah. Let's just steal money just to make up for the bullshit.
Right in the middle of forest fire season.
But there's tricks to this shit because what they're saying.
Our forest fire.
He's offering $400 a month, is what he's saying. Them Democrats, they don't want to help you out, so I'm going to help you out. Give you $400. No, he's not. What the deal is that they will give the state $300 if the state gives you $100. So if your state decides, okay, George here, we're going to give you $100 a week unemployment, and Uncle Sam's going to pitch in $300, you got $400 a week. So we're talking about $300 is what we're talking about. But that is only if your state agrees to start its own system, because this will not be handled through the federal system. It will be a state issue. So every state has to come up with a system that they can initiate to give you the $100 in order for the Uncle Sam to give you the $300.
Right, and the reason is because he is not empowered to do this.
That's right.
Only Congress can do it at the federal level.
And that plays into other shit. Go ahead.
The order is meaningless. It's meaningless.
It's bullshit.
Fucking meaningless.
It's me coming out to say, hey, look at here, I got a Sharpie, and look at me, I'm signing a paper. Look at me, I signed a paper. The paper is a piece of bullshit, and the only thing in the whole the four things that he gave, the only thing that he can impact is the student loan. He can forgive the student loan for the rest of the year, which is what he's saying. He's not forgiving it. He's just postponing your payments, and they can't charge you interest during this time. The thing is, the Democrats, Donnie wants to give it to you from now to the end of the year. The Democrats want to give it to you for this year and next year.
Ripping people off of student loans.
Well, that's the other thing. The Democrats in this issue are fighting for not only to cover the government loans, student loans, but also private loans for student loans that people are getting ripped off for. Those aren't covered under Donnie's things. Those are the things that the Democrats are fighting for, and that's how come the Republicans keep walking away, is because they're not interested in helping your ass. And this signing that he did today, it does nothing. Because if you don't get approved for the $100 from your state, you get squat, nothing. So it's all in numbers. And did y'all see Larry Kudlow today on TV doing the numbers?
Was he drunk or what?
I don't know. He was talking
the
about.
Lord gave us the executive order.
I think he was only on his second or third mimosa.
He must have been, because he's sitting there spouting out numbers, and the numbers I remember hearing are 300, 400, 800, 1200, and he couldn't, and 100. He just kept mixing those numbers around, throwing them out there. Like, if he just kept throwing numbers out there, people will be impressed. No,
that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Numbers. Yeah.
Just say numbers.
We did.
There's no numbers
because the
money that we got, the other money that we got, the stimulus money, that was passed by Congress. Congress is empowered.
Congress is empowered
Congress
with
has
the power of the purse.
Yep.
He has nothing. The only thing he can do is redistribute money within the budget, and we saw what happened when he took it from the military budget. You know, and
that's only within the executive.
That's right.
In other words, only the things that are covered in the cabinet, which of course includes the Secretary of Defense, such as he is.
Yes, such as he is. This whole deal with the money is dependent upon the state giving you that first money, that first $100. Guess what? The states are broke.
Pennsylvania's already come out and said it ain't going to happen.
So they're not going to be, because the states have already asked for $500 billion in aid to help them, because during this time of COVID, with businesses shut down, people not working, the revenue is not coming into the state on taxes. People even going to the store less, spending less, all that stuff impacts the state. They don't have the money. They've been crying for aid for the states, which again is what this argument is about. The state aid to the aid to the states that the Republicans do not want to give. They've done their shit. They've taken their money on the first package. They got it, passed it out to all the rich people they knew, and sallied out the door. And by the way, before I forget, now they're fucking coming around, starting talking right here 3 months before an election about, now they're worried about the deficit and the debt. Are you shitting me? You're coming on TV talking about, yes, here we go again. Which I always argue. Go back and look at anything. Republicans, they come in and kick over every garbage can, steal every penny they can, and walk out the door talking about, we've got a big deficit here.
Have you guys ever heard of the two Santa Claus theory?
All of a sudden, that's a big deal.
Dude, we always have money to kill brown people. We always have money for that.
Money.
Oh, yeah, there's no problem.
We just don't have any money for your piddly ass Social Security Medicare, which, by the way, is going to get a big hit in the foot with his proposed payroll tax cut, which, again, he can't do.
He cannot do it.
No.
Have you guys ever heard of the two Santa Claus theory?
Oh Lord, no!
You're
going to bust my bubble. I only believe in one, so.
Day. Yeah, it was Jude Wieniski, and it lays out the whole thing about we're tired of the Democrats being Santa Claus and they give away Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid, and we don't have anything. Yeah, and so we don't have a Santa Claus. So we're going to make our
pay for Social Security. That's not a tax.
Oh no, that we pay for it.
It's supposed to be a trust.
It's a contribution to a huge fund that's extremely profitable that they keep borrowing without any intention of returning.
Ain't no telling how much your Social Security check would be if Congress would just keep their damn hands off the money. There are things that we have to change in our systems.
Trope. Yeah, same old tired trope about the deficit and debt. They scream bloody murder when they know they're not going to be in power.
I just started hearing that bullshit. I can't even remember what congressman it was or senator. So it was Republicans. I heard it more than once. And now that tells me it's going to be a talking point. Well, the deficit.
I can tell you something you probably don't remember is that each dollar of the deficit is $100 if you're a black president. So it's always on the yeah. And then every golf trip that a black president takes, that's like a white president taking 100 golf trips.
It was outrageous. Outrageous, I tell you. Yeah, shit. While he sits his ass at Bedminster, he is gonna try to squeeze every dime he can out of this country before he gets his ass kicked out. Let me catch up here real quick. Catman56, my friend Keith, up in Minneapolis, just donated $5 on Super Chat and said just a little help. I appreciate it, Keith, tremendously, my friend.
Couldn't hurt.
No. So yeah.
You saw him run away from another reporter at Bedminster, or when they raced him on the Veterans Care Act.
Yes, and I am so proud of that reporter. I didn't write down her name.
Oh yeah, we need more of them doing it.
That's exactly what needs to be done. Yes, he turned his little tail and ran out the door as soon as she challenged him on that. And that's what we need in our media. You call yourself a journalist, get out there and ask the damn question and make him answer.
He's so soft. He's such a whiny
He's a whiny little bitch. For those that may not know, he went on bragging about how he saved the veterans with Veterans Choice, and he saved the veterans, all the veterans. Veterans love me. Veterans this, veterans that. And then the reporter asked him that why does he keep repeating this? And he has, and I checked, he's repeated the lie 150 times, which means probably more than that. That he is the one that gave Veterans Choice. Veterans Choice Act was signed by Barack Obama in 2014. 2014, Obama signed Veterans Choice. He came along and made a little addendum to it with some bullshit. And it's like anything else. He wants to lay claim. Lay claim. Holy shit. Okay.
Well, he is, after all, Wharton Business
School of Finance. Go pricks. Did y'all also see the story?
Yeah.
That
he's the one that discovered Juneteenth.
Yes, I'm sure. We would never know anything without the great wisdom of Donnie the Dick Stain. Did y'all see the story of when he went to South Dakota for his July 4th celebration up there? Holy shit. Evidently, it is being reported, the New York Times is reporting, that Trump, an aide to President Trump, approached South Dakota Governor Christi Noem about putting Donnie's face on Mount Rushmore.
Oh, God.
They actually had an aide approach the subject with the governor before the trip about putting Donnie. We all saw the pictures of Donnie posing with his face like up in that one spot, like, look at me. We saw that. Well, that's not kidding. He's not kidding. And this is what just pains me is on the day he arrived for that Yahoo up there at Mount Rushmore, the governor met him at the airport, and there was a 4-foot-long replica of Mount Rushmore with Donald Trump's face in it.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Hey, could you get Mitch to mute, please?
Uh-oh. Got a little.
Got some domestic issues going on.
Uh-oh. grilled pasta, I think.
They're making me hungry again.
I know.
Why you guys always do that to me?
They're gonna make me hungry. Yes, the governor met him at the airport with a 4-foot-long display with Donald Trump's head in there, and so that means it was actually discussed. And the story went on to actually find out that he first broached the subject in 2017, and again in 2018 was the first meeting he had with the governor, and he brought it up then in the meeting between the governor and him. Even on the first meeting.
Just when you think he can't embarrass us anymore, he figures out a way. He'll find a way.
Yes, it's an embarrassment. Are you shitting me? Put your face on a mountain. I wouldn't put your face on a Skittle. Well, Skittle can, maybe.
I would put his face on a urinal cake.
Maybe a urinal cake.
Yes.
That would be the place to put it.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper wouldn't be bad.
Toilet paper, yeah.
You know, it begs that question. Go ahead, asshole. Where are you going to put your presidential library? Where are you going to put your what? How to make the art of the deal? Is that it? Or are you going to include everybody else's book? I wonder if he's going to include Mary Trump's book. I mean, you know, he's going to be a little hard pressed to produce documents, anything that he may have written that would put insight or wisdom to. No, Donnie didn't write down anything that is ever going to be considered prophetic or anything with a theme.
You saw that Mary Trump's books has surpassed Art of the Deal now. I wonder how I thought about that.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, her book just went. Yeah. Because everybody wants to see. Nobody get it. Well, hey, nobody believes Donald Trump wrote the damn Art of the Deal anyway. We've already heard the guy that wrote that book.
His ghostwriter actually came out and said that he was full of shit.
That's exactly right. It's just like anything else this man has ever done. It is. It's a pack of crap. You have to open it up like it's tissue paper that's been used, and you go, oh, it's shit, and then toss it away. You know, it's.
Hey, John, the Daily Show had this Twitter library.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. I remember that. That will, I guess, will be his claim to fame. His presidential library will just be tweets up on the wall. And if they do that, and then you start at one end, by the time you get to the other end, you'll be like the rest of them. What the fuck did he just say? He's an idiot. You know.
Oh, gathered all together, I can't imagine what that's going to look like.
Firms that faith that says anybody can be president. Well, there you go. That proves it.
We used to say that in a positive way. Anyone can be president.
Yes.
Now after Trump, we got to go.
You
oh my God! Anyone can be
the
president.
best Jews you can be. You can save this country. You can unite this country. You can bring us together. Any one of us out there can bring us together. And now we find out any one of you can come out there and kick the garbage can open and shoot the shit out of the country. It's now we've learned the lesson of.
I was watching Bill Maher. I was watching Bill Maher and his ending epilogue. It was his eulogy.
The eulogy.
Did you see that?
I did indeed.
It was tremendous. It was
loved
so
it.
on target.
Yes. Yeah. Donnie had passed away, and Bill Maher's,
and the picture of the guy.
Oh yeah, the
That's
picture in the roses.
Fun of the disabled person. Remember?
I'm telling. Yes.
Oh yeah, when
that
he was
that moment that took the picture of, which is
it
appropriate.
sure was.
Anyway, let me catch up again here. Mega Wet Willie donated $5 to Super Chat and said, well, when Trumpsters have no more money, checks coming in or Medicare, if they have plenty of open jobs picking crops on farms that need help. That's about what it's going to end up to. Good old American jobs, you know, get out there and pick all that fruit that you wanted them laborers to come up from Mexico. But you have a wall now or some shit. Anyway, Mega Wet Willie, thank you very much. And Maria Bentoncourt just donated $2 to Super Chat and said, I second what Wet Willie just said. Outstanding. Very good, Maria Bentoncourt. Thank you very much, baby. Oh, Lord. Wait, did I catch everything? No, I didn't. Well, just for fun. Did anybody see Biden on the bicycle? Anybody?
Isn't that great?
No, I did
Isn't
not.
that great?
Wasn't that just perfect? On
Yeah.
Fox News of all places.
Really? On Fox News, here comes Biden on a
The
bicycle.
ones they've been calling the news, they've been calling him how feeble and how out of it he is, and
on a 10
wouldn't
speed
you
or
love
whatever.
to see Donnie riding a bike?
And he let go of the handlebar with one hand and waved. Look, one-handed. Come on, Donnie. Let's see it, baby.
A feeling
Can
Donald
you-
Trump wouldn't know how to ride a bicycle.
You guys remember that show, Mr. Bean?
Yes.
That would be Donnie riding his bike, right? Mr. Bean.
Well, the first thing I would expect is that him to sit on it and that seat to disappear. Oh, Lord. Yeah.
There goes dinner.
Yeah. I just thought that was just so entertaining today to see President Biden, future President Biden, coming by riding his bicycle and not some jackass driving his golf cart.
Well, the only thing I can see Donnie pedaling is one of them big wheel, 3-wheel things.
Maybe.
Little plastic
Yeah,
thing.
it would have to be 3 wheels. For Donnie, it would have to be 3 wheels. Oh, they might get him one of them
Sparky,
nice
does
ones, you know,
pedal
that's got the
elephant
basket
shit
in the back, you know,
okay.
like Grandma used to ride to the store to get stuff. That'd probably be about his. It would have to be
Sparky,
motorized.
he does
though.
pedal elephant shit.
Yeah,
Tons of it
Plenty
every
of it.
single minute.
Plenty of it.
Yeah.
So much so somebody should be behind him with a broom.
He's a job creator.
Yeah, he's a job creator. Okay. It's disgusting to see what he has done to this country. I'm making sure I did the student loans. We covered that. The tax cut. States are broke. They ain't got no money to give the 100, so you ain't going to get the 300. So that's a bunch of bullshit. The evictions now, we're going to form a committee to look at that. That's what the thing says, basically. We're going to...
People getting kicked out of their
Yeah, it does nothing to prevent people from being evicted from their house. It's all bullshit. The whole damn thing was just a staged event at his club in Bedminster. Did y'all hear the rooting crowd there at Bedminster? Oh
God. Yeah, I'm sure they got paid.
Yeah, well, they paid.
Well, they're
paid.
paying.
Yeah, they're paying
they're
Donnie
paying.
to be there. Oh yeah, these are his people.
That was.
Some of them are.
Sorry, there's some pounding. I'm gonna have to mute here.
That's all right. Some of them are his killers, and an off-camera.
Brown shirts and the black shirts. Yeah.
He was telling these people who were just golfers are there. He invited them in to see the press conference, and he's bragging to them. Oh, come on in here. You're going to see the fake news, see how terrible they are and all this bullshit. And then he goes, oh, I see some of my killers are here. Are you really? Really? Killers? Really? Who are these? Real jerk-ass assholes willing to tongue deep in that ass? I don't know. Must be. These are the real killers.
Did you
They're the
see
guys
where,
with the long tongues.
Did you see where the casino billionaire Adelson isn't giving Donnie enough money?
Is that right? Adelson isn't giving Donnie enough money?
Donnie gave him a tongue lashing or something, the rumor has it.
Is that right? Yeah, there you go. Attack your donors.
Is that because they haven't declared war on Iran yet, Sparky?
I don't know.
Well, I guess our elections will be
that was on the checklist.
a global incident now. We have China and Iran lining up for Biden and Russia lining up for Trump. Well, let's see. Well, it's a bunch of shit. Ain't it pitiful? Don't y'all remember the days when American citizens were the ones who decided who the president was going to be? I do.
Yeah, right.
I do. I remember
Or
finding out.
our congressmen were.
Yeah. Really. All our elections seem to be a whole lot more transparent than they are nowadays. And I think that's by design of the Republican Party. They are trying their best to discredit this next election, to make people believe that it's going to be rigged, it's going to be falsified by nations, by anybody, by radical left and all the bullshit. And that's what we're going to hear for the next several months, because they know they've lost their ass on this bet. And just like Donnie's casinos, he's going to bankrupt the Republican Party. He already has. Morally and ethically, The Republican Party is bankrupt. Ain't got a dime left. They're the ones.
Can I make an appeal, John?
Yes, sir.
I want to appeal to everyone as they get ready to gear up to vote, because we're down under 3 months. To get after Friday night's massacre, get your mail-in ballots if you're going to mail in them in early, as early as possible. And if you're going to show up in person, start preparing for a wait. Start preparing to bring a chair, food, water, a bathroom buddy to switch off in line places if you need to go use a restroom.
Isn't it sad?
Start making preparations now, because they're about ready to try to make this the most difficult vote possible. You brought up the foreign influence when we should be the ones picking the presidents.
Right.
It could get ugly around the country, and we need to be ready to fight.
We need to be
the fight's
ready.
begun.
Because
I'm going to put my ballot in the mail the next day after I get it.
As soon as if you get a mail-in ballot, fill it out, send it right back.
Same day,
or drop it off. Or drop it off.
Yeah.
If you can, instead of mailing it through the mail, just go down to wherever the drop-off box is, drop that ballot right in the box
even
yourself. Better. That's even the best thing. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I got an application for my ballot because in Texas, if you're over 65, you qualify. So I do indeed qualify. Let me.
I got you.
Okay, catch up there. Y'all are being kind tonight. Linda Collins donated $2 to Super Chat. Thank you very much, Linda. We appreciate it. And Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gone, just slow down there, girl, donated $5 and said, "Meet me at Mount Rushmore, Donnie. I have a rock with your name on it." Fuck Trump. That deserves two gongs. That's outstanding, Diana Mallory. Yeah, I got a rock for you. And my friend, Ohio Dad 70, my friend Joe, up in Columbus, donated $5 to Super Chat and said, "Let's put Trump's name and face on a Donnie on the spot. Portable poop toilets and sad. Blue Dot Strong." Joe, thank you very much, friend. That's the idea. Seems to be a thread through there. Porta potties, piss cakes, shit cakes. There's the tribute that man deserves. And Ben Stroud donated $5 to Super Chat and said, "His base says they are gearing up for next civil war against us and Republicans against Trump and Lincoln Project. Fuck Trump and fuck all Trump fakers." There you go, Ben. I don't know if anybody saw it. I saw this little interview of the Bikers for Trump guy.
Oh God!
Yes,
Well,
he's up in Sturgis right now at the biker rally.
Calling it a pandemic.
Pandemic. Yes, it's a pandemic. Right there on CNN. Yes, I know all about it. It was the pandemic. And wait a minute. What did you say? Pandemic. And this guy, I almost at some point felt sorry for him because I'm thinking, this is going to go down. This is going to be on video forever. People are going to be able to look this up 10 years from now and go, "Oh yeah, look at this idiot." That's how bad it was. He just shot himself in the foot all the time. He just sounded like a broken record of Fox spews or Donnie's speeches. Take your pick. It's the same bullshit. But just blaming the Democrats and we planned this and the deaths. You know what? He's again with the we have 100,000 people die of heart attacks every day in this country. You don't see everybody going, "Yeah, but you don't walk up near somebody having a heart attack and then have a heart attack yourself. Somebody came, save your ass. They have a heart attack too." That's not the way it works, you idiots. I swear, that's so stupid.
You know what they're not calculating, John?
What's that?
This is above and beyond normal deaths.
Yes.
Yes.
These are extra. These are on top of everything else.
Yes, on top of all that.
And we're not done.
Oh, they died of pneumonia. Yeah, brought on by COVID-19. Oh, yeah, well, they just say that.
That Georgia school district where the kids got suspended, 9 cases, teachers and students, positive for COVID-19. And that's just what we know.
That's just what we know, and that's just on day one. What do they expect is going to happen? When they start seeing that for months and months, kids going in there, weeks, day after day, you think nothing's going to spread? Nothing's going to happen? He's a fool. And the sad thing is he is attempting to...
dangerous fool.
Yes, because there are other fools in our nation that believe him. and that's the
Jerry,
danger of our
Geraldo River.
society.
Geraldo River. I call him Jerry Rivers. Sorry,
Yeah,
that's his
Geraldo.
name. He
What's
went by that
behind
name,
this
by the
door?
way, in an early career. On Twitter today, attacking the Lincoln Project, attacking Steve Schmidt and Rick Wilson and the other Republicans that have taken, or former Republicans that have taken the stance against Trump, for not believing in anything. And I'm sitting here going, you are just an embarrassment now. You guys are turning on your,
they'll
the people
eat themselves.
Conservatives that still have some.
Yes. That's what's so bad is the
decency.
willingness of the conservative party, the Republicans, to eat their own. We can start with Robert Mueller, who was a Republican, a war hero, a Vietnam veteran with yes, he's a decorated war hero, a Republican all his life, the most straight guy in the world.
Law and order guy.
Yeah. Well, that's what they say. The truth is, he's a lying Republican just out to get the president. A lying Democrat just. It's they will indeed turn on each other in a heartbeat if they speak out against the golden idol, if they speak against this imaginary God that they have
every
created.
Single Trump supporter, he will throw you under the bus.
Oh, in a heartbeat, baby.
In a heartbeat.
Oh,
you mean nothing to him?
Nothing.
Can you imagine if one of the maggots showed up at Mar-a-Lago and wanted to golf? Hey, Donnie, would you golf with me, please? What do you think he'd say?
Yeah, not so much. Not so much.
Security.
You can't afford the cart rental at that place. Mar-a-Lago, home of fine golden sunshine, golden showers, and fine Russian hospitality. Some religious restrictions apply.
Someday when the whole story is told about this man,
oh Lord,
it will be a horror show. It won't be you can't even make a movie out of it because it'd be rated X.
For one, kids
Stormy,
couldn't come in. Yeah, parts of it would really have to be X-rated, but it would be a tragedy of the fall of a nation, is what it would be. We cannot.
Not. I'm so nervous about that.
I am nervous because, and I feel good every time I look at the polls. Everywhere I'm looking, I'm seeing Joe Biden ahead. I'm feeling good. I was feeling real good about Hillary. We cannot let up one bit. There ain't one of us out here can sit down and go, whew, well, I'm glad that's over with, because it's not. And our involvement.
There's so many avenues. There's so many avenues for rat fucking, guys.
Yeah.
And that's really, we got
As a society, we have to demand that there's accountability in our elections and within our state.
It's scary.
Yes, it is.
We have to win by 10%. We have to win by 10%.
At least.
Isn't it sad?
I'm hoping more.
That I'm hoping it's a landslide.
Isn't that ridiculous to say that?
And right now, if you count if the election were held today with the numbers in the polls and the states the way they are, Biden wins, already has the number of votes to pass the Electoral College, and Donnie's like about 170 something on the Electoral College. So right now,
and I'd love to see him lose Texas and Florida. I'd love to see him lose red states.
And the possibility exists because Arizona is in play. That's someplace we didn't think was going to be able. Texas is in play.
I want to see them drag that fat fuck out of the White House.
I'm right there. I want
nice.
to kicking and screaming. I don't care what. I answer that. People say, well, Donnie says he won't accept. I don't give a shit what Donnie accepts. I don't care if he accepts the election. I don't care what he says. The election once it's called and it's verified, it's done. It is done. Joe Biden will become the president. He can sit over there and scream. And I listened to an exchange on I think it was MSNBC or whatever, about the transition. If you think that this is going to be a nice and peaceful transition, it will not be.
Oh God!
You can expect.
Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember William H. Macy from Fargo?
When they caught him.
That's exactly what I want to see.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I have this.
No.
Knowing Donnie's cowardly little heart, I'm gonna bet a 2 a.m. slink out of there, try to sneak out without the press seeing.
There are so many questions in my mind. Not only the transition. What are you gonna do on Inauguration Day, Donnie? Are you gonna show up like a good boy and shut your mouth over there and watch
wouldn't
the
let him.
peaceful.
Just
wouldn't.
remember, at the core, the man's a coward.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I don't
When
expect
it
him to
comes
be
right
there.
down to brass tacks, he's not going to stand and fight. He's not a fighter. He's
No.
a sewer. He's going to try and
Yeah, he'll
sue his
take you
way.
to court. We're going to take this to court. We're going to fight this all the way and blah, 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 all the way until the 20th when Biden is sworn in. And after that, he'll start a new podcast, a new show, a new TV network, the Trump network, and they're going to come 24 hours a day trying to explain to you how terrible life is under the Biden administration. Look at the deficit. Look at the debt, people. We can't sustain this deficit. We must elect a Republican to return fiscal responsibility to our. It's all coming. All the bullshit that they do every time they're out of office is going to start all over again. They come in, they piss all over the place, throw their shit on the wall, steal every dime they can, and then walk out screaming about, oh, this place needs to be cleaned up. Yeah.
Well, maybe inviting Donnie into right-wing media will be, everything else he touches fails and gets destroyed. Maybe that'll be end of right-wing media.
I hope so. They showed a little clip that's been going on in the news there about what right-wing radio was saying about Joe Biden. Evidently, Joe Biden is an invalid living in an assisted care facility, babbling and talking to himself in the corner.
Wasn't that ridiculous, John? Wasn't that just ridiculous?
But he could ride a bike.
Yeah, Fox News has him on riding a bike, making a quip about "You're my new vice president" as he rides by with one hand.
Yeah, one-handed.
But he's an invalid.
Let's
staying
see
in the
it,
basement.
Donnie. I want to see the bicycle run. Come on, buddy. You can do it.
I would pay money
You
for
can
that.
do it. The world will be watching for a leader for you to step up to that bicycle.
I want to see them race.
All 3 wheels, not a bicycle, a tricycle. Yeah, I want to see the race.
I want to see.
Yeah, come
them
on, Donnie. I'd put my push-ups. Didn't Joe? Let's see a push-up. Joe, I know Joe could do a push-up.
Yeah.
I know he could. I don't want him to, but I know he could. Donnie, ain't happening.
Ramp walking.
Yeah, ramp walking. Let's have a contest. No, I still put my money on Joe. He could sprint down the aisle, down the ramp. Donnie, no, not so much.
Isn't it sad this is what we have to talk about?
It is. It is sad. It is sad.
It's wild.
For us to
so
do that.
wild.
It'd be funny if we weren't watching the collapse of so much.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, if this was a comedy show on TV, we'd all be laughing our ass off and not thinking in the back of your head we're all going to die before we get this sucker out of here. He is. He's out to destroy as much as he can before he goes out the door.
Do you think that this was going on in the Roman citizenry when they watched like Caligula and Nero take power and they were like, holy fuck, where did these guys come from?
You look at some of the writings at the time.
Donnie watched Caligula. He just, I didn't know I could do that.
And there goes the Roman Empire.
Yep, there you go, baby. It's the downfall. And that's what we have to watch because, as history has taught us, all great civilizations fail. We have the opportunity to save ours because we are on the cusp of
save our republic.
We can save the republic.
The empire is pretty much done.
Yeah,
we
want to save what is left after destroying this, and not only that, like I say, we have years of repair work to do in this country into the laws and the regulations.
We were never meant to be an empire.
No.
We were never meant to be that.
I don't want to be an empire.
Supposed to happen.
I want to be the shining city. Even it came out of Reagan's mouth. I want to be the shining city on the hill. I want to be that place where everybody aspires to be or be like. That's what I want America to be.
Soft power.
But we've never been that yet. It's a dream that we want. And until
I heard
we keep
it put really well. Oh,
What?
sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, David.
I heard it put really well, I believe last week. We should be the world's EMT.
Yes.
Not the world's police officer. We should be there.
We should be
the first ones in Beirut to help them in a disaster.
Yeah, in the
Not
attack.
putting sanctions on them.
In the attack. Idiot. I swear.
The one good thing W did on the way out was when he gave that AIDS package to Africa, which was way late coming.
Way overdue in coming, but yeah.
But at least we did. Better late than never, I guess.
The isolationists of the world, the nationalists, we are not in a national economy. We are in a world economy. We don't live on this planet alone. What we do here affects other people. What other people do affect us. We have to get a handle on that and make improvements for not only Americans, Hell, let's
I
toss
gotta
in
roll out of here.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
All right, Mitch.
Good night.
Appreciate you, bud. We have to take care of this planet. It's the only one we freaking got. And until we all come together on that shit, it's going to be a hard trouble. Anyway, let me get this done. Tim Torkelson donated $5 to Super Chat and said, "Eat a peach for peace and fuck Trump." Outstanding, Tim. Thank you very much. I love peaches. And Michael James donated $2 to Super Chat and said, "Thanks, John and Travis, sincerely." Well, Michael,
thank you, man.
thank you for being here.
Greatly
It is the
appreciate
most
it.
precious thing y'all give us, is the time it takes to visit and be here with everybody.
Really quick before we cut out, because we're almost at that time, I just noticed somehow our Patreon credits have not updated for this month. So to all of our Patreon members, I apologize. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have it fixed by next episode to kind of dissect it and figure out what the hell is going on.
Every one of our Patreon members,
Absolutely.
they're the ones that allow this thing to keep on continuing, and along with those that donate during the show, we appreciate it tremendously. It keeps everything running for us. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Bear and Kimberly for coming by and sharing with us their new podcast.
Two Tired Writers.
Two Tired Writers. Y'all go and check it out. You can find it at the website of Blue Dot in Texas. You can find the link to go there and try to find it. And but we appreciate them coming by.
Absolutely.
We wish them the best in their
endeavors.
Their endeavors on their podcast. But Sparky Dunk, buddy, we're glad you come by, bub.
Well, I hope your air conditioning in your truck keeps working this week.
Hey, I went to town today. Guess what? It's working. It's still cold. So
good.
Knock on wood every day. Every day it's one of the first things on my. I wonder if it's going to work today. I wonder if it's going to work today. And so far it is indeed holding. So yeah, I got some ideas in my head to just keep that going. Better catch that. K Diverter donated $5 through Super Chat and said, "Thanks for what you do." Well, K Diverter, thank you for being here and being a member of this, and thank you for your donation, of course, but for being a member of this family, baby. The family grows all the time because of the love that's shown in this Blue Dot family, and we are indeed a diverse family.
I love reading the chat and just seeing everybody say goodnight to each other.
I know it. That's the best part of this whole freaking thing is the conversation that goes on right there. I do. That's the most rewarding thing I get, is to see that people say hello to each other when they come in. They say goodnight to each other. Good night, Randy. Cassie Hicks just said. I love that. And then Tim Torkelson said, "Moscow Mitchie, he's a bitch." Yes, he is. And anyway, I appreciate everybody for coming by. Chris, thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thanks, John.
Always
a pleasure, my friend.
Always enjoy your conversation, whether it be here or on the
Keep it cool
horn.
down there.
We're trying, brother.
Land.
We're trying. Keep the air conditioner running.
Keep Jenny cool
she's
too.
spoiled rotten. She's fine. I ain't got to worry about her. She's doing great. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'll keep worrying anyway.
There you go. Thank you, my friend. And David, we're glad you came by to visit with us today. We appreciate it tremendously.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for the conversation and everything here. We appreciate you all the time, anytime you come by. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by on Periscope, on Facebook, on YouTube. This family grows all the time because of your love, and it just, that's right. Keep wearing a mask and keep washing your hands, Big Johnson says, and stay safe. And that's what we want everybody to do. It's Sunday, baby, so tomorrow, this shit show starts all over again. There's no telling what exciting adventures we will find this week. The episode continues with Donnie coming back to the White House to kick over some more shit. That is how it will start, and we will see how it goes from there. But then we'll be back here on Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. Come by and join us. If you can't find us, go to bluedotintexas.com. You can find a link to the Discord channel in there. Download it, come by and be a guest on the show. We appreciate everybody's voice. Anyway, as Baroness Fahrenheit says, fuck Trump, and have a good evening. We'll see y'all later then. Bye now. Y'all say goodbye.
Bye, John.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you guys
Bye,
Tuesday.
everyone.
Tuesday,
Good
we will
night.
be here. Y'all take it easy.